Hope you guys are on your way to church, honestly, Cammie. That's what I'm kind of hoping. I want to introduce you to Cammie Beasley. She's been helping us out around here at Grace Life, and she retired from her job, but then we gave her another job, and she's trying to retire from this job, right?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Basically, yes. So, like, every Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m., we do these announcements and kind of talk about the service today and all, every day and all that. One thing that I'm super excited about is Miss Paula and her team. They're doing PJs and popcorn.
That sounds super exciting. I wish we could just all go up and do PJs and popcorn.
PJs and popcorn. The problem is, though, I'd be afraid of what some people's PJs look like, right? Kyle, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
right?
I know what you're talking about.
I mean, it'd be crazy to see some people. I just don't think we need to go there. But listen, PJs and popcorn, and they're also getting goodie bags and all that, candy bags. So, and I noticed that in the whatever we call this thing, a handout, bulletin, or whatever, it said something about PJs and popcorn the other day, or maybe that announcement slide, maybe that's what it was. It said for them to enjoy at home. So I guess they don't want to get them sugared up here, so they act like a bunch of Comanche Indians, right? So they let you take it home so you can enjoy the benefits of all the sugar, right? So PJs and popcorn, hey, listen, that's a good thing. If somebody's running late today, hey, just bring your kids in their pajamas, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Don't even comb their hair. I mean, just bring them on. Just get them here. They'll have a big time. I mean, listen, there's people in this room right now, they ain't even combed their hair. So, so just come on and enjoy that, be a part of it. Hey, people are checking their hair right now. Listen, a couple other things. I'm reversing things today. Last week I talked about the announcements at the end. Today I think we all just talk about what was going on in and around Grace Life at the beginning, so people don't tune me out.
Yeah.
Because I think they tuned me out last week.
Sometimes they probably do.
They probably did tune me out.
Oh, I do it all the time.
Well, listen, your opinion doesn't matter right now. So, but anyway, hey, listen, check this out. Today, I'm in part 2 of a message series called In or Out, okay? And so we want to encourage you to be a part of that. Don't stay home, because when you stay home, you lose the effect. Matter of fact, somebody asked me, they said, what do you think about the weather today? Do you think it's going to deter people? I said, today's weather is perfect for church attendance. You want to know why?
Because there's nothing else to do?
There's nothing else they can do because it's wet and messy outside. They can't go out and do yard work.
That's right.
But it stopped raining. So that's the perfect scenario. You don't want too pretty of a day because people say, well, I might stay home and do yard work or go to the park or whatever, or, go on a trip. But if it's rainy, messy, that kind of helps eliminate that. But it's not raining, so they don't have to use that as an excuse saying I can't come to church because it's raining.
Yeah, it's just a light mist.
Yeah. It didn't even mist it. And I think that's a figment of her imagination.
It's lightly cloudy.
So listen, one thing, Cammie, I want to ask you about is Celebrate Recovery. Sunday nights, 6:30. We're currently meeting here. We all long for the day when we'll get to our new location at 915 Paducah Road, which is across from Dairy Queen. By the way, they're working on Dairy Queen.
I saw all the dumpsters out there. I'm super excited because
for
those that know Cameron know that Dairy Queen is the spot.
Dairy Queen is the spot.
Yes.
And hey, Reese, come here, buddy. Come here. We got a special guest today.
You sure need
Come here. What kind of pajamas you got on there? Hey, give me some knuckles. Knuckles. Boom. Yeah. Look, Reese is in his pajamas. Hey, see, that's what I like about Grace Life. Good morning, Grace Life. Yeah, man. Hey, you look sharp. You ready for some candy?
Cute as a
Yes.
You ready for some popcorn?
Yes.
Yeah, he said, yeah, he's ready. Hey, listen, that's what it's all about.
That's right.
We was talking about ice cream, and then a kid came in. That's perfect. Perfect timing. Dairy Queen's getting worked on, and I know Cameron likes. What's his favorite thing at Dairy Queen?
Chicken strip basket. We get the honey mustard, the gravy, the toast, the fries. Oh my goodness, it's delicious.
Cameron, man, he likes food. If you ever want to know an opinion on where to go get food, Cameron can tell you. He'll bring his iPad and he'll hit his buttons. If you don't know, Cameron's autistic, and we love Cameron. So if you ever come to church here, he may get excited. You may think we're at a Pentecostal church the way he acts sometimes because he gets up and runs back and forth. But at least he brings a little excitement to the place. And the other night we was over at Chad and Cammie's house eating, my wife and one of my daughters. One of them was gone. And Cameron was in there, and he kept coming up to me, and he'd say, cheese pizza, lava cake. He was in Domino's mode that day.
He was.
Yeah.
Domino's is a favorite.
Yeah. So Dairy Queen's opening it up and all that. What I was saying is we long for the day when we can have Celebrate Recovery at our new location and the conveniences of everything in town. But for right now, we have it here at our location that we currently meet at for Sunday morning worship. That is the Old Mid-Continent University location. It's in the gymnasium. If you ever pull up on this campus and you don't know where to go, this is the easiest way. And it's taken me 3 years to finally figure out how to tell people where to find our building. 3 years. I just say, look for the water tower, and then it's the metal building under the water tower.
Yeah.
So tell us about Celebrate Recovery a little bit, about what you've experienced with Celebrate Recovery.
So Celebrate Recovery, I think, kind of me like others, thought it was just for alcohol abuse, just for drug abuse, but it can be for so many other things, any type of hang-up that you have. I've shared my story with this church, overeating, something that I've dealt with all my life, and so Celebrate Recovery is just, we join together, we worship, we break off into smaller groups, and you get a chance to just discuss what you're dealing with a group of people where you feel safe. It's a fantastic program, so I highly encourage you to come out.
It's a nationwide program, and it's highly respectable, it's highly respected, maybe I should say, by even judges and, law enforcement and people like that see people that go through drug and alcohol addiction, and they want to see somebody get some help, and they say it's been one of the most successful programs to help people find the victory in their life. But like Cammie said, it's not just for that. It could be codependency. It could be, grief. If you're suffering through grief, that's a big deal, And so there's a myriad of things that people could come and find hope, healing, and restoration for. And Celebrate Recovery is a fantastic time. Matter of fact, we want Celebrate Recovery to grow into such an awesome ministry that it's its own service on a Sunday night. Like it's not just Grace Life has one worship service on Sunday morning, but we turn that into a Sunday night, and people can come find hope, healing, and restoration. So I think that's pretty cool. What else is going on in and around Grace Life? What else is happening? We're building a building.
Big time.
Right? Renovation.
Yes.
Lots of work. Lots of work. Hey, listen, let me go ahead and say this, because people have questioned me about this. They said, man, that building looks pretty bad on the outside. Y'all should have left that covered up. Well, if we leave it covered up, then basically, it's going to deteriorate from the inside back out.
Yeah.
And they were having problems with that building before they moved out and all that. Water was coming in and all that. So we've got teams of people that have been ripping up the asphalt, digging out trenches, putting, water deterrent systems in and things like that. And one thing that I think is really, really cool, and I don't know about y'all, but I think this is really cool, is we're like going back to the bare bones of this building, making it right, making it healthy, and then we're rebuilding from there out. And I just think that's an excellent picture. Dustin McLean stopped by the other day, and he was talking to me, and he said, I think this is a great picture of the gospel. And I agree with that. I think it's where God strips us down, takes us down to our bare bones. He knows us better than we know ourselves, and then He loves us enough never to leave us the way He finds us. Yes. Right? Yes. And He fixes us, and He makes us better than what He found us as. So, saying that, the reason I guess I'm saying that is today I'm preaching this message on the fear of God. And I'm talking about customized Christianity. Cammie, I think too many people today feel like in their heart of hearts that they can use the relationship with Jesus like they do when they go to a buffet. Like they can say, oh, I like this. I'm not a Brussels sprout guy. So if I see Brussels sprouts on a buffet, I'm not getting that, right? I'm not getting it. If I see spinach, it depends on how it's cooked. I may or may not get it. If I see turnip greens, you notice everything I'm saying is green, which should be good for us, right? But you know what I'm getting at, right? I mean, but man, if I see mac and cheese, like I cut my teeth on mac and cheese. Like my mom used to fix us mac and cheese, and she would put these big globs of Velveeta cheese in there and barely melt them. And that's probably why I've got issues today, right? I've got issues today probably because of the way she fed me. But But I'll pick that out. Let me say this. We treat our Christianity like we do a buffet. We pick and choose. We say we want the love of God, but we don't want His discipline.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if there's anything that I see in society today, it's that we're not all in. We're halfway in. And I think that it's a struggle for people today to understand that Jesus wants all of us, or, He really doesn't want any of us, because He wants us all in. He didn't halfway down the cross, y'all. He gave His life entirely. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. What do you see? I mean, what do you see in our society today? You've been involved with law enforcement stuff in the past, and you have different experiences. You've worked with the public now with your baking services, with Camelicious baking goods, right, and all that stuff. Camelicious, right? Nice plug. Listen, very good stuff, right? But you work with different people. What do you see today in society in relationship to what I just said?
I agree. People sometimes just want to come on Sunday morning and kind of live up to these standards on Sunday, but then when Monday rolls around, then they're just a completely different person. And so we have mentioned about small groups and things like that, and I think that's very impactful, so that you're doing life with other people. You can encourage each other through the week, and so I'm hoping that when we get that rolling, that's going to help a little bit. But I definitely see society kind of picking and choosing what they want to do.
Right. Yeah, that's true. When it comes to that, we've got commitments even here that we make to you guys, and we don't see a whole lot of commitment from people nowadays, not just with church, but just in society as a whole.
The workforce.
Yeah,
you can't find people to work these days. A lot of our local businesses are suffering for that.
They're struggling, yeah. And I know it's tough right now, even with tithes and offerings and stuff. People have asked us, how is that going? And look, we're blessed. We're blessed to be in a financial position that we are, as a church. When we helped out during the tornado, we got hit, but then we got right back up and started distributing things out to the community and made a great impact. And I'm thankful for the faithfulness of our people.
Absolutely.
And people ask us all the time, say, well, how do you actually give, like online? Because that's kind of a new thing for this area. It's been going on across the country for a while now. But, Tim Allred used to always say that whatever is happening in California and all that, it takes usually about 20 years to get to Kentucky, right? We're that delayed back here. We just got internet a couple of years ago, right? But, so online giving, that's something I'm going to talk about just real quick as an announcement. It's very safe, it's simple, it's secure. You hear us say that all the time. If you want to participate in that, and for some reason you're out of town, you can't be here, the work of the ministry goes on and on and on.
Absolutely. Yep.
So you work, like I said, in law enforcement, and all that. When you switched over to help us, and she's helping us graciously right now to get through a transition period, but did you ever expect the church to look like what it does when you get on the inside? Like, did you ever have the mentality, can I ask this, that you just thought all we do is come to church Sunday morning and have worship, and then everybody kind of goes home and nothing really happens the rest of the week?
Yeah, because I've been to several churches, and that's how things were. That's how I was.
Yeah.
But this church has been completely different.
Yeah.
I've made some connections with people, and I really enjoy being here.
Ministry's 24/7.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's been times that she's had to text me at 4 or 5 in the morning with an issue that come to her doorstep, like figuratively speaking, not somebody literally knocking on her door, but somebody messaged her, reached out to her, said, hey, I'm struggling with this, and she thought, hey, Pastor Chad needs to know. It's 24/7 ministry, and so even when you're not here, the ministry goes on, is what we're trying to say. So if you could maybe help us out, just stay consistent with your tithes and your offerings, get online, go to www.mygracelife.church and go to the Give tab. Then you can sign up for online give. And the other way is you can text to give. You text the word grace followed by an amount to 77296, or you can just give by check or cash when you're in the service. And I believe God blesses you totally, okay?
Absolutely.
So they're telling me that time's up. I get all these background people saying, time's up. They're doing all this stuff. And listen, we appreciate your attentiveness. We appreciate you tuning in. And I know there's a few people that log on and watch this live, but like last week, I noticed several hundred people watch this. There were several hundred views, and so people watch it during the week and all that, and we appreciate that. Hey, let me just say good morning to you guys, and we hope to see you here at Grace Life. And it's going to be a fantastic day. PJs and popcorn and candy and all that stuff for the kiddos. And we're going to be diving into the Word of God. Going to have an awesome worship experience. We love you. We can't wait to see you. God bless you.